Matches the University of Georgia against Georgia Institute of Technology for the right to be the champion of the SELC Division I for 2013. I want to take a moment and thank our sponsors for the SELC Championships for 2013. Title sponsors, the Johns Creek Convention and Visitors Bureau, Lax World, Longhorn Steakhouse, Odor Eliminator, STX Lacrosse, Georgia Tech Lacrosse Camps, High Five Productions, the Overton team, the Georgia chapter of U.S. Lacrosse, and Shane's Barbecue. Obviously, without those sponsors, this event would not be as successful as it has been. I want to say a special thank you to all of them. My name is Matt Sinowitz, head coach of University of Tennessee Lacrosse here doing the play-by-play. Next to me is head coach Ryan Winters from the University of Florida here doing color. So looking forward to a great championship game, and I think it'll be a good one here.
Yeah, I mean, you know, these two teams ready to play. Rain's coming down, Georgia showdown on a Sunday for the championship game and ticket to Greenville.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been raining just about all day here. Had a strong Division II game earlier. Played in a steady downpour, but I don't think the rain's going to impact these two teams. Obviously, fired up for a championship, fired up to play their arch rival. Yeah,
I doubt the rain is that big of a factor, to be honest. It might be, you know, a couple things here and there, but, you know, these guys are focused in. Familiar opponent. Look for both teams to play, you know, their best game of the year here.
Face off there is possession for number 22 Georgia. It's Evan Sather. Nice ground ball there. They settle the ball into the offensive end.
Yeah, look for Georgia's attack to lead the way today. You know, Michael Traynor coming off 5 goals and 2 assists last night. Number 2, their senior captain, first team all-league. He's been playing great. And then the other guys have been complimenting.
Yeah, absolutely. Trent Dean last night, quick trigger, a threat, whether he's in close or outside. So it's going to take a concerted effort by the Georgia Tech defense. Nice pressure there. We get a save on the sideline.
Yeah, I believe that's off White.
Yep.
Be Georgia ball.
Yep. Out off Georgia Tech. Georgia starting up on their clear.
And Georgia Tech was, you know, pretty conservative in the ride last night, just pretty much dropping back. So if they want to stay with that, or, you know, they think they should pressure.
Yeah, Georgia Tech runs that zone ride that they like to do, kind of sit back, try to catch you in the middle. You know, Georgia being kind of dramatically different. You know, they prefer a man-to-man ride, so we'll see the two different styles here today. Trent Dean pushes the ball in, gets possession. They cycle back up top to Connor Reed.
Yeah, Connor's been their go-to midfielder all year.
Yeah, and Bexley, number 11, his teammate there, you know, another solid guy. Connor, you know, certainly is happy to dodge on that short stick. Anytime that he got that short stick matchup last night, he was certainly looking to go. I imagine that'll be the same here.
Yeah, big, strong kid.
On defense there is Michael Stapleton by Georgia Tech. You know, really an all-around guy for them, main offensive guy, playing a ton of defense. Really just wants to see them get the W. Nice team defense there by Georgia Tech. Ball goes down on the ground. Got a scrum. And number 7 picks it up.
I believe that's number 1, their face-off midi.
Yeah, excuse me. Number 1 by Georgia Tech, but ball goes back to Georgia off a loose possession. Cycles back up top to Connor Reed as he pushes the ball in. Number 1 being guarded by Chris Tyne.
Yeah, this is going to be a wing dodge here, trying to get top side on him.
Yeah, looks back up top to Evan Hamrick. If you know, Georgia plays like they did last night, I imagine they will. You know, they made a concerted effort to dodge on the short sticks. Usually pretty patient outside of that.
Yeah, I think. Well, here we go. Here's a good inside dodge.
Yeah, nice dodge. Decent shot there. Nice save.
And we got a flag here. I believe it's going to be a slash.
Maybe a slash or a hold. Yeah, we have /1 on Georgia Tech.
Yeah, you know, you can't really let him get inside there. I'd like to see some more body, and especially also getting the penalty on top of it.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Lovett's talking to his guys right now, trying to tell them, hey, you know, let's not give up inside position like that. You really want to maintain discipline and push them down the alley.
Okay, this is a 3-3, just a high crease right now.
Yeah. Yeah, basically what they showed last night, they set in a 3-3 and bumped into a 2-3-1 a couple of times. You can see them trying to isolate and get the 2v1 down in the corner if they can.
Yeah, you like Trainer and you like Dean on this side of the field. Any type of skip past these two guys is going to be a good look of some way or the other.
Yeah, number 19 out there is a natural lefty. I'm sure he's going to be looking for that shot. He had several last night. Nice save by Sommerfeld there on the low shot. And we've got possession by Georgia Tech. Oh, nice body check. Looks like, I think they got a little high.
I don't know. It might be a push with possession. It's going to be 30. Or no, they're going the illegal body check, 1 minute.
Yep. And that'd be Connor Reed, 1 minute on the illegal body check. So looks like Georgia Tech will be man up.
It's good to see Connor Reed out there hitting. You know, he missed a little bit of time last night from, you know, this is pure speculation, but, you know, a physical first half.
Yeah.
And just seeing him back out there, not to be afraid to be on the defensive end, you know, laying some bodies is a good sign for the Georgia team. I know it resulted in a penalty, but you still want to see your best players out there giving it their all in a championship game.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, the best guys want to be out on the field, and obviously showing that.
Okay, now this should be Georgia Tech. They're going with an open set here.
Yeah,
Are we even for the first part of this?
Yeah, we're even for the first part. I think you'll get a release here in just a few seconds. Here he comes now. So Georgia Tech's going to be patient till they get this extra guy on, and then we'll see them get into their man-up set. Here he comes. Number 11's entered. So
yeah, he's going to go right to the crease. They're going to put Stapleton up top in this 3-3 here. And then Stapleton, you know, he can shoot from there.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice look on the inside. A great bailout check. You really need to play tighter in around the crease. That's not going to work for Georgia.
Yeah, this is Daniel Racky right here. Back up. Oh.
Yeah, another good look by Stapleton. So, I mean, he's obviously seeing that the defense is going to push out to him and try to focus. And Georgia twice now has left some space in that back end, unable to get the pass through.
Georgia Tech's going to be man up here for, you know, the remaining part of the penalty.
Yeah, Georgia Tech's man up on this clear, so I'm expect that they're going to try to bump somebody to give a little more pressure.
And it's released now.
Okay, so now
there's the guy that just got released.
Yeah, George Walker pushes in, an Alpharetta player, natural lefty, matched up by number 1, Chris Tynan.
It's giving a lot of space there.
See, yeah, Georgia has settled into their 2-3-1 for the moment. Nice. Midfield is high up top, trying to really stretch them out.
Yeah, I was really impressed with Georgia Tech's polls all weekend, really. Just playing an excellent job. You know, and their goalie's helping them out too, but they're not taking too many risks, playing everyone and just making people take tough shots and not do unassisted goals.
See, Walker on the alley dodge, gets turned back. Got DJ Knuckles showing up top, getting guarded by number 10 for Georgia Tech, Brendan McCann.
Correction. Actually, that is Tuna Oliver. He wears number 10. He's a first-team all-defender.
Okay.
And in the white, his number is different.
Yeah.
Don't ask me why.
Nice cross-crease look there. Defense was able to adjust, pick him back up.
Just not much of an angle there.
Yeah.
You know, it's a great pass, but if you can't be there to finish, why even do it?
Shot on a GLE, misses the cage.
Yeah,
hits the official.
The ref's smiling about it and joking.
Tuna Gregory showing defense. Walker on the alley dodge. Nice little move there. Nice slide by number 37 for Georgia Tech.
He's been playing great all weekend.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
great poke check. And I think you're going to get a push from behind there on Tech.
There's a play on.
Yep, play on. Nice ground ball. Looking up top, number 12.
He's going to get a shot off here. He's got to. He's feeling it.
Yeah, you got the short stick matchup. Big surprise. Nice save by Sommerfeld. You know, it's been solid all weekend.
Yeah, Sommerfeld's going to make the saves he should and the ones he shouldn't. I mean, honestly, I really haven't seen many goals go in.
Yeah, huge game yesterday against Virginia Tech. That's shots off the pipe.
Off a Trainer who's on a shorty for some reason. He had 5 goals and 2 assists last night.
A
nice hit right there.
Nice physical play. Nothing egregious, just solid defense. Got a loose ball push in the corner. Ball's going to stay with Georgia. Trent Dean with the ball in the back right corner.
This is very good TOP right now for Georgia here.
Yeah, definitely doing some grinding, and I'm sure that their coaches like this because they're getting nice pushes on the cage, so it's not that they're stalling. They're certainly being aggressive.
Yeah, I think that they're just still in the first tier of their offense. You know, they really can't get to that second level. They're getting the dodges, and then they're going to their safety outlets. You know,
yeah.
Georgia Tech's doing a great job of sliding and recovering.
Yeah, nice defense there by number one Tynan. And, you know, you can tell that the Georgia Tech defense has a lot of confidence because you got the short stick matchup at X, and the defense is staying right at home. Again, big save by Sommerfeld.
Yeah, you know, there you got to go high to low. I mean, this guy's good. You can't go in there and keep it high.
You're seeing the man zone, or the man ride getting picked up by Georgia. They want to force the ball, force the long poles to make a move. A little slow on the pickup of number 1. Nice ride here by number 32. And we get a nice strip by Georgia. You're going to see that high pressure ride the whole time. They did that last night. I imagine we'll see that continue.
Hanson Colby, freshman out of Georgia. What else is new?
Yeah.
Atlanta kid.
Yeah, looking at the Georgia roster, probably 75-80% of that team is Atlanta and Atlanta suburbs. So you just great for the growth of the game to see so many talented kids coming out of Atlanta. And big surprise, Georgia Tech here in the final.
I don't know what's going on here, but we got a lot of short sticks getting matched up on these attackmen for Georgia.
You know, it could be there's a lot of strength in the Georgia midfield. I wonder if Coach Lubbock's trying to get creative, maybe shuffle some of his defensemen up. But I'd be surprised because there's plenty of threats on the offense, on the attack side for Georgia as well. Kind of pick your poison. Who do you want to try to stop? Ball cycles back up to the top right corner to Evan Hamrick. He's got the short stick matchup. Again, playing aggressive by Georgia Tech. Solid defense. Got a nice lift there on Connor Reed, and that's a slip. No call there. Shouldn't be. And got a clear.
And Connor's still down on the back end of this play here.
Yeah, I don't know if it's an ankle or a knee. Evan Hamrick with the great ride there, gets the ball back.
Turnover.
Yeah, a little too rushed on the clear. Nice shot by number 22.
You know, that could just be a hold on. They got a chance here. Good take. You know, sometimes your stick bags out, and then when I say bag out, I mean it just gets heavier with the rain and will stay in your stick a little longer. And for a goalie, that little extra depth can really throw off their passing.
Yeah, great ride there. Number 7 for Georgia Tech with the ball.
Yeah, they're going to probably want to slow it down here after they realize what's going on. You know.
Yeah, and as we just mentioned too, a long possession by Georgia, so I'm sure Georgia Tech would love to. Coach Love would love to get a minute or two possession, kind of settle things down. If you're just joining us, we're at 5:30 left in the first quarter. We've got a 0-0 game, Georgia Tech versus Georgia for the SELC Championship.
And you'll see Trey Gant, midfielders down on attack right now, Christopher O'Brien, and number 14, Alexander Rowe.
You got Daniel Radke with the ball, pushing in. Nice dump down to the ex-attackman. Now
remember, Daniel's a lefty. So when he dodges right, you know he's going to push it forward, and they're going to get to this second part of their offensive set here. Should be a pick here.
Yep, nice early
good
slide.
Switch.
Yep.
That's the hot hand from last game. Mertz, Ben.
Yeah, huge for them last night against Virginia Tech.
They don't win that game unless he comes off the bench and scores that first goal.
Absolutely.
Scores another timing goal and then gets the assist once they start sliding to him early when it was too late. Turnover, again by the freshman.
Yeah, that's a nice poke check there by number 32. Pushes the ball up to Trent Dean.
They're even here.
Yeah, yep. Trent says, and we're gonna slow it down. We're gonna slow it down. No reason to rush. I'm not surprised. You know, they got a great possession last time. Going to get the personnel switch, and a good decision by Georgia Tech. Going to put a little pressure on him, not give him a free handle.
Yeah, these two teams met. You know, I believe last weekend in Georgia Tech, and Trent Dean was held to 0 goals. Georgia Tech did a great job.
Yeah, I think it was an 8-5 victory by Georgia Tech. I'm sure that is fresh in the minds of Georgia.
Yeah, you know, sometimes that benefits the team that lost. Sometimes it benefits the team that won when they play each other so soon. You know.
This is Bexley on the alley dodge. Nice little hedge out on the defensive end. Sommerfeld, you know, as soon as that stick goes down by the Georgia player, you know, he is immediately dropping. So great fundamentals by Sommerfeld. Understands technique. Really makes his job a lot easier.
Yeah, his greatest strength is he's technical.
Right.
You know, then add in, you know, he's always composed, and then add in his size. Here we go.
Nice look there on the inside on the fast break. Goal by number 22, Georgia Tech, Christopher O'Brien. So
that's brought into by Colin Granger there, who's just been, you know, he's their big athletic midi. A little unorthodox at sometimes, but you know, he gets the ball to the right guys, he makes the right decisions, and there you can see he froze that defender by looking away and then got it to the guy he wanted to, cutting across.
Yeah, and you know, it all started with a great outlet from Sommerfeld, hitting him coming out of the box on a great throw, and really great reading of the defense. Georgia had to come up and help, and just got caught.
Yeah, that gives us 3:30 left in the first. You're watching this on LaxTV.com, or excuse me, Lax.tv.
Nice ground ball, number 22 for Georgia, Evan Sather. Going to push the ball in for possession. And you know, this has really kind of been Georgia Tech's kind of style, you know, grinding on defense, Georgia getting looks, but not letting anything in, then take advantage of a bad slide by Georgia. And here they are with the 1-0 lead, just kind of grinding games out.
That's great. You know, you wouldn't say that they're a great back check there.
That was a phenomenal back check by number 4, Georgia Tech. Brian Faulkner, you know, kind of timed up Connor on that big cradle and picked his pocket.
Yeah. You know, I would say you wouldn't even say that, you know, Georgia Tech is a great transition team, but they can score from transition. You know, they can score from transition. They can score on 6-on-6. Their long post can bring it down. They have options. And that's why it's dangerous, because they can get goals any way. Their man up is good. You know, their face-offs. They can score a variety of ways. That's why they're dangerous. It's not going to be, you know, a high volume amount of scoring, but it's going to be scoring. When you have a defense, you know, that's that, you know, talented, and a goalie that's, you know, stopping everything, you know, that's a formula to win.
Yep. Ball moves around the X, coming back up the backside. It's Stapleton with the ball. Georgia Tech's kind of cycling things around, getting settled in. They're in an open set at the moment, but now moving into, looks like a 2-2-2. Great on-ball defense.
Yeah, they move from that open set to the 2-2-2 or the 1-4-1. They like to dodge out of it.
Yeah, they kind of use that open set just to kind of get their feet underneath them, kind of get everybody on the same page, and then move into whatever their next plan is. So nice patience on Georgia Tech.
Well, also, too, the open set complements what they do. They switch a lot of players from attack to midfield. And when you run an open set like that, and you've got players playing from attack to mid, when you do the open set, it really doesn't matter where your players are. So, you know, it helps out on the offense to, you know, ease that burden of where I should be on the field.
Had a shot by number 7, Radke. You know, not a big surprise. The bag starts to get a little wet. And a big goal by number 14, Alexander Rowe for Georgia Tech. So
that's just him turning on the burn and getting top side.
Yeah, top side on the defender, and a little slow on the slide for Georgia. Left the goalie kind of in no man's land. You know, got shot from about 4 or 5 yards out.
Yeah, the goalie had to drop his stick enough to just leave that top corner open, and that's all it took. Just a little bit of, you know, elevation in the guy's shot. And, you know, you're looking at 2-0 right now, Georgia Tech.
Face-off, win by?
It's going to be Georgia.
Yep, going to be Georgia. Both teams fairly solid at face-off X. I think Georgia had a strong night last night, number 16, Harrison Casada. So he gets another face-off win there.
Hey, both these teams have exceptional face-off crews, wing play, and their face-off guys. Big part of the reason they're here. Right? Georgia Tech last night a couple times just turned it on and won about 5 in a row.
Yeah.
And then Georgia, when the game kind of was tied and is Richmond going to stick around, Georgia cranked it up, especially at the face-offs, and pretty much are just playing make it take it for the last quarter of the game.
Absolutely. So Tuday on the drive there on the short stick defender. And, nice takeaway by Georgia Tech. Again, defense is certainly their strength, but offense has been here as well for Tech.
Yeah, I don't think Trent was prepared for that pass, actually.
Yeah, a little forced there.
They were bunched up at X.
Number 10 Trainers got the ball at X, looking for Trent Dean. Going to kind of be patient. We've got 33 seconds left in the quarter. I'm sure we're going to see a shot here any moment. They try to take advantage. A nice lift check.
Great. They're probably going to be conservative here on this clear.
Yeah.
Maybe get a shot, but honestly, going into the second quarter 2-0. You know, couldn't be happier if you're a Georgia Tech fan right now.
Yeah, they don't have to clear here. Yeah, poor decision.
Worst case scenario.
Yeah, did not have to clear the ball with what was left in possession.
You got to play ball here. That's their best player. There you go.
And that's the end of the first quarter.
That should be a penalty right there by Trent Dean. You're not allowed to shoot the ball at the end of the game, at the end of a quarter or a timeout, just for the safety of the goalie.
Yeah.
Might sound like a stupid rule.
Yeah.
But it has to be there.
Yeah, ref's going to let that one go, but certainly needs to be careful in a tight game like this. So at the end of the first quarter, we've got Georgia Tech up 2-0 on the Georgia Bulldogs. So you're out.
Hey, Matt, could you set the scene for the fans at home right now? Just give them a quick weather update of what's going on, what it's like down there on the field.
Yeah, we've had a steady rain for really all day, and playing through it at the moment is a possibility that we've got some additional storms coming into the area. Really keep our fingers crossed that we don't end up with a lightning delay. But if that does happen, we just stay with us. We're going to finish this game out. So, that's kind of the scene. We got really a sizable crowd given the weather. It's definitely good to see that the fans aren't scared away. I'm sure Georgia Tech in the championship game.
Yeah, the fans are out here for their Georgia boys and the Georgia Love Fest. That is Georgia Tech versus Georgia here.
On face-off, Harrison Casado gets another one. So a few strong face-offs there, and a nice takeaway from behind by number 12 for Georgia Tech.
Making interference here on Georgia Tech.
Ball's going to go back to Georgia. On the top right sideline, ball's pushing in. He sees an alley. A nice shot, gets gobbled up by Sommerfeld. A little bit rushed on the outlet. Connor Reed comes up with it.
That's a great shot by Georgia, and they should be happy. That's how they should be attacking to it. Great save by Georgia Tech. But again, he might want to slow down with the rain. I know his outlet passes is part of his game, and I think that's great. But great pass.
Great pass. Ooh. Just misses the top left corner, and they're going to give that ball to Sommerfeld. I'm sure that can be debated, but the ref felt that Sommerfeld was there, so. Probably the quick shot and him being the only guy back there probably made that the call. So ball gets moved to Stapleton there at the top of the box. He's going to move it back up to 30th for Georgia Tech there, and they're going to settle in the offensive end. That's Benjamin Mertz with the ball and pushes it on through to number 14, Alexander Rowe.
Yeah, for midfield, you got Stapleton out there right now on the crease with the shorty.
You're kind of playing kind of an offset 2-2-2 at the moment.
Yeah, even when Stapleton's on the crease, not with the ball, when the man dodges, you can see that they're setting a pick or trying to feature him in some way.
Yeah, you can certainly see that Bexley there was doing what he could to try to shut off Mertz from getting the ball. Mertz is such a strong, he has a great handle and has no problem going to the cage. He would try to limit his touches as much as possible. Stapleton moves the ball back up top, number 11. Silva.
Rethinking the dodge on the long pole.
Yeah, 32 continues to play real solid for Georgia. Hansen.
Yeah, he's playing with his feet and then throwing some aggressive checks because he has, the speed to make up.
Yeah, Stapleton just took his eyes off the ball for a moment for the turnover. They're going to push it up into the offensive end.
This is an even man rush here.
Georgia not hesitating to go early in the possession. There's more space on the field. If you feel confident in your athleticism, it's not necessarily a bad idea, but, you end up with something like this. Looks like we had a tip by Georgia Tech, so ball's going to stay with Georgia.
Yeah, I think Georgia's got the right idea on offense of what they're trying to do. They are speeding it up, and they are pressing. It's just tough when you got a goalie in there who's saving everything right now.
Yeah. I mean,
they should have at least a couple goals, and I say they would on most other teams around, but not today.
Yeah, he's definitely a goalie where, if your normal range is 9 or 10 yards, you probably want to push that in an extra couple of yards to try to get ahead of him. He's got great technique and fundamentals, and he's going to get there.
Well, I would hope everyone understands how goals are at a premium today. There you go.
Nice lefty shot by Connor Reed, finds the left pipe there. That's a tough shot. It's going opposite side on a rollback. That's what it's going to take on Sommerfeld.
Yeah, you're talking about hip level, far pipe, and he's about 8 to 10 yards away.
Yeah,
that's a quality shot, and he got rewarded. And like I said, Georgia's offense has got the right idea. It's just a matter of getting some goals in there. And understand, this is going to be a low-scoring game. So goals are at a premium. So I wouldn't worry about how many shots we get today, but just what kind of shots, and time of possession.
Yeah, Georgia Tech wins the face-off there. Number 12, Granger gets it, but we've got a throwaway by Georgia Tech, and the ball's going to Georgia.
Got 12:07 left in the second. You're here with LaxTV.
And Georgia Tech up 2-1 on Georgia.
Ticket to Greenville, national championship game on the line.
Creative idea, number 5 for Georgia, pushes in. Satude tries to go behind the back, but does end up in the crease.
And then he dove in the crease.
You don't mind the creativity, but you would prefer he at least land somewhere not in the crease. So
yeah,
you
that
really
behind the back, that's really just a last-ditch effort thing. I would like to see him. he stayed on a 45-degree angle. I'd much rather see him try to drive to get upfield.
Absolutely.
And then use that behind the back as a last case, because even then you have some of an angle.
You've got another situation here where Georgia Tech, they want to try to push the ball in the clear, a little overzealous again, and good pressure ride by Georgia gets the turnover. So Tuna Gregory have a tough time handling. Ball's in the back right corner here.
We got a flag down for offsides.
Okay, offsides by Tech. They're going to go ahead and push their 7th player in, try to force the turnovers so they can settle in.
Yeah, Chris O'Brien, effort play and try to dive out of bounds, but the far referee away from the ball decided that he was.
Got George Walker with the ball in the back left corner. Got one short stick defender on him. They've got the second kind of hanging out in the crease, ready for the free slide, given that they've got 7 guys. So you can see that they know Georgia's a lefty, over-accentuating on the top side, not falling for the fact that he's showing with his right. Really cannot let that catch happen in there, especially if you have 7 guys.
No, and they did. They collapsed, and they weren't throwing checks. They were in there pushing and shoving, playing body, which you should do.
Yeah. So with 10:37 left to go in the second quarter, we've got a 32nd man down on Georgia Tech for offsides.
Yeah, as a coach, anytime an attackman gets a penalty like that, you almost want to say it's unforgivable.
Yeah.
And we see what number 22 is saying right now is that the referee that was next to him said he was okay, and then the far referee thought it was his job to call the offsides. Frustrating as a player when you hear one ref say something and another ref does another, but that is the nature of the game. Yeah,
getting a quick talk to by the coaching staff saying, let us talk. Oh, great look to the backside, and Summerfelt just erases what should have been a goal on about any other team.
Trainer's a great player, and his best asset is finishing.
Yeah, even through the fake, even with the fake, Summerfelt's there. So you really there's nothing else you can do. Keeps going to make a great save.
And he makes it look so easy. He was there the whole time. He bit a little bit on the first fake, but really was standing tall and waiting for the second one.
Yeah, and not surprisingly the way he's played, but he was the first-team all-conference goalie for the SELC Division I division. So certainly one of the best as a freshman. So.
That guy's pretty much got that award locked up for 4 years. It's pretty frustrating.
Yeah. And Georgia Tech has had a lot of quality goalies over the years, so big surprise that Coach Lovett goes and gets him another one.
Timeout here with 10:08 left in the second quarter here by Georgia Tech. And this is the first time that Georgia Tech and Georgia have met in the finals. So that's, an achievement as a state. I know the youth program's been going well. A little trivia for you, or a fun fact. This is the first time in 10 years a team from Florida is not in the championship game.
Wow. Did not realize.
Dating back to 2002.
Did not realize. It has been quite a run for the Florida programs, Florida and Florida State. It's been solid, but you're just seeing the growth all over the Southeast. So eventually some other areas we're gonna build up, and I think we're seeing that today.
Oh yeah, Georgia and Georgia Tech, their programs their strength is the kids from their state.
Yeah.
Both teams are just littered with great athletes that have upside potential from the state of Georgia.
Yeah. It's great to see.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
I coach against these guys, and I'm a little envious of it because it's great. It's been going on for Florida for a little bit, but there's just so many guys playing up in this Atlanta area.
We're now back to even up offense. Georgia's got the ball, pushing the ball back over to George Walker, matched up by Tuna Gregory. Ball moves over to number 11, Dumbleton. Another solid player for Georgia.
Yeah, they're deep.
Yeah, Connery with the matchup here, number 12, Granger. Rolls to the top side. It's just a lot of confidence in Georgia Tech. It gets beat to the top side, but none of the poles make a step. They just trust Summerfelt so much, they're prepared to give up that, 10, 11-yarder.
Yeah, the difference between his goal and that last one was where he was on the hash mark.
Absolutely. It's like we've got a little invert action here. Connor Reed taking Granger behind.
I like this.
Yeah.
I even like it just because the worst case out of this, you're going to get a shot and a miss.
Yeah, they've gone to a 2-3-1 set as they set this up. Kind of cycling on the backside, looking at some off-ball movement. Little underhand shot there to stick side high, easily handled by Summerfelt. I know Coach Lewandowski is going to want to see him work for something a little bit better there. And a great ride by Georgia. playing physical.
Yeah, there was really nowhere to go right there for Georgia Tech.
Yeah, his best option was just to chuck it, and it was just too late. Good defense there. Nice low shot, just misses the bottom right corner.
That's good. George identified an adjacent slide there and found the right guy. You'd like to see number 5 put that away, but they're still making, the right decisions out there, which is a good sign.
Yeah, seeing a lot of patience out of Georgia right now, trying to make the extra pass, trying to understanding that they need to work inside on Sommerfeld.
Yeah, I agree. I think they're okay with what's going on right now and just realize that they have a daunting task in front of them, and that it's just going to take some time and just to keep chipping away and chipping away and chipping away at it.
Had a nice deflection there by number 35 for Georgia Tech. Sends the ball into the back of the net, and Sommerfeld gets possession. They push up in their clear here, move the ball over to number 7. He's going to skip the ball over to the top to the LSM, pushing in.
Here comes Tuna.
Nice look there. Find the guy on the crease.
They got a flag here.
Have a flag down. Georgia Tech still has possession. I think, close to the moving pick, but no. Shot over the crossbar, and we'll have looks like a
high hit against Tuna after the pass.
Yeah.
Actually, not against Tuna,
on Tuna.
Excuse me.
So we'll have a 1-minute penalty on, let's see the number here for you all.
32? Or we got 19? Or 11?
Looks like 11's going to
the penalty's on Georgia.
Yeah, penalty's on Georgia either way. So Georgia Tech's up by 1. They're in their offset 3-3 set.
Yeah, you got, Granger up top, Stapleton and Rowe, Racky, Sullivan, Bryan down low in this 3-3. These are their 6 best offensive players. And usually you have your highest IQ player in that middle spot because he's making the most decisions.
Yeah, you've got Georgia stringing from the middle. He's going to try to find some openings in the middle of the field.
And Stapleton will pull it from there. And
absolutely.
He's got the range too. But really, they're trying to get a skip pass in there or find that if they play out too far, that inside pass to the crease.
Yeah, Lumsden is no slouch for Georgia. Very strong goalie. I know Georgia Tech wants to work for a high percentage shot. Solid lift there. Ball comes over the midfield line, and possession by Georgia Tech in their defensive end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think the rain affects the defensive players, I think, a lot more than the offensive.
At this point, we have 6:45 to go in the second quarter. Georgia Tech up 2-1 against Georgia in the SELC Championship.
Penalty is released. We're back up to even.
Stapleton gets the ball up top. He's got the short stick matchup, number 17. I have a feeling you're going to see the ball end up back with Stapleton.
Yeah, there's a whole different offensive set off of a man up, because what's happening right now too is sometimes there's just odd matchups, and you want to be able to take advantage of those or at least recognize them right on cue. Here we go. Yeah. And this should be an umbrella look from the wing, and you're going to see him try to get back to his left hand, either with starting in his right or sweeping.
Yeah, they'll either sweep or he's just going to push in here and see how they overplay it. Georgia plays nice and fundamental there. No defenseman got overzealous.
They've seen that before.
Yep. And they work it to the opposite side, so they want to work the same thing on the opposite corner. So you've got the other two midfielders kind of stacked up on the backside. They push in. Oh, wow. Great shot by number 12 for Georgia, Colin Granger. As we said, they just want to isolate on those short sticks, a lot of patience. He gets the inside position, slides a little late. Great rip to the top right corner from 10.
Yeah, Colin Granger out of Leon High School in Tallahassee, Florida. He's a big kid, and right there is just an example of how his style is. He's big, and once he beats you, he kind of calms down and waits for that slide and slows it, and then, quick release off of the shot, low to high, top right.
Got a play on, it looks like.
We got interference here they're going to call. Oh, no, they got a push.
Not sure why they blew the whistle there. Georgia Tech had possession. Should have been a play on. Felt like there was an advantage, though, so they wanted to stop it.
It could have been a number of things, releasing out of the box too early, interference, or a push without possession.
Yeah.
Either way, it was a big pile up. No one was happy. Yeah. Georgia Tech ball.
In a wide 2-2-2 at the moment, kind of a ladder set. Isolating the short sticks up top. Obviously, Georgia Tech's very content to take their time and just continue to work on these shorties, try to force Georgia to get overzealous on the early slide, and then they'll find them on the crease. It's just a classic Lovick set.
Yeah, they like something, whether that is the time of possession that they're gaining by inverting, or they're liking the second looks off of this.
And just like clockwork, right back to the short stick matchup. Got the face-off guy stuck out there, freshman for Georgia. No, excuse me, that's 44, not 42. Garrett Whitehurst on the defense.
Yeah, I'd like to see Trey Gant keep moving his feet there.
Yeah.
He walked in and great player, but sometimes when you stop your feet, they get stuck and it messes with your accuracy. There, I'd like to see him just kind of walk it in, maybe take a little off of it.
Georgia has possession, setting up at X. We are at 4:15 to go in the second quarter. Georgia Tech with the 3-1 lead. Great shot to the top right corner by Dumbleton. So, again, gets top sign on the short stick midi. Nice rip from probably 9 or 10 yards and beats Summerfelt off stick side corner. It's what it's going to take.
Great shot. It's bad defense by Georgia Tech because they just got the ball down there, and the whole time you've been having people go down the side, and there you just let someone come top side on you, who's one of their better players at midfield, and he just goes low to high. I mean,
yeah, you can.
That is not on the goalie.
Yeah, you can see the Tech staff reminding him to make sure that he stays top side fundamental, and just got burned. I think you're going to get a push. Nope. Let it play on.
They're going to credit that to the rain and the turf.
Yep. The ball's going to stay with Georgia Tech. We've got number 7 up top. Moves the ball over to Stapleton. I got a nice topside push here. A little zealous on the pass. We throws the ball away. It'll be Georgia possession at X. 23 moves it up the left side. And again, you just see Georgia Tech content to go in their zone ride, kind of pull back, kind of stack the 6 guys between the boxes. Georgia used to seeing it. You can see them kind of overloading the zone. And, a little sloppy on the defensive end, leaving a lot of space on the backside. Summerfelt backs them up and able to stop the goal.
And that could be a number of things. That could be miscommunication or just fatigue. This is the third day in the third game. And sometimes you don't even realize how tired you are.
There is a steady rain going on. We're at 3 minutes to go in the half. Georgia Tech up 3-2 on Georgia. Got a shot there by Knuckles, DJ Knuckles. Nice save on the left to hip by Summerfelt.
That's not going to cut it.
Yeah.
That is not going to cut it at all. I mean, he's pretty much passing the ball to him.
Yeah.
You got to change your elevation. You got to get him off that pipe. I mean, you got to make this kid make some saves.
Yeah, Georgia was in their midfield man ride. Able to get the turnover there. Long pole slid up.
Some long pole to long pole action there. Always fun and exciting.
Got Satude with the ball in the right wing. Moves the ball up top. Got George Walker. Moves the ball over to Connor Reed. Being guarded by number 7, Radke. And George on the drive.
Another goal there.
Big goal there. Looks like he hit lower right pipe and ends up bouncing all the way across the left side. So using all of the cage.
It's Walker again. I mean, that's an overhand shot, low and away. He was kind of, you could see at the commitment level he had when he took that dodge. He knew he was going to shoot, or if anything, he was going to continue through X. And another great shot. Yeah, that's what it has to be today.
Yeah, George Walker's an Alpharetta product out of the Atlanta area. Played for the Copperhead summer program. So, certainly a player that's got a lot of experience and was a huge pickup for Georgia out of high school. Face-off win by Georgia Tech.
Just the confidence level Georgia has in themselves. That they're not going away.
Yeah. Yeah, they knew this was going to be a grinder right down to the last second. Both programs did.
Yeah, I mean, they believe that they should win this game and that they're the better team. And it's just going to, you'll see the way they play.
We're at 1:35 to go in the half. All tied up 3-3. Georgia Tech with possession. In their open set, we'll see what they move into here, whether it's their 2-3-1. I think we're going to get a sweep here across the top. Seen this one before in the outside curl. Nice Mertz.
Ben Mertz,
wow.
overhand.
just great. You know, powers into the defender, kind of forces him to the underside, rolls back to the top. Nice bouncer to the top left corner. Very tough.
Just the poster boy for Georgia Tech lacrosse 2013.
Isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth?
You know,
not
comes off the bench again and does exactly what they need and does an overhand shot bouncer that goes top shelf on him. Come on.
Yeah, not blindingly quick, just going to keep grinding, getting to the right spot and finishes it. So we're at 1:10 to go. Georgia Tech wins possession off the face-off. We have a throwaway, and Georgia Tech is up 4-3 with 1 minute to go in the second half.
That was a great
first
pass.
half.
That was a great pass by Chris Tyner right there off the face-off. I don't know if anyone caught that, but he was a backhand one-handed check with the idea of the ball going to his player, and he executed perfectly. Took a chance, and it was rewarded. And then Granger threw it away because he wasn't moving his feet at all when he passed the ball to that long pole.
Yeah, Bexley over to Kyle Reed, moves it back up to Evan Hamrick, and he's going to cycle it over to Connor Reed. So you're seeing a familiar staple of midfielders for Georgia. Look at that short stick matchup there. Get a nice drive into the inside, deflected by Georgia Tech, and Sommerfeld with the hustle play. Trent Dean not happy with that call, but I think the official got it right from this angle.
Yeah, I can't really see from here. That's up to the ref. He's there. You know, he's calling what he sees.
Absolutely. 15 seconds to go in the half. Georgia Tech's going to be patient, you think. 10 seconds left.
Oh, he just grabbed that with his hand.
Yeah, that's going to go over to Georgia. We got 8.3 seconds left. We got some pushing and shoving going on here. No call. 6 seconds left. Kind of push it in. Nice defense by number 20. Back up top. 1 second to go. Nice save by Sommerfeld. Goal would have been good, but he's there to erase it as always.
Ken Lovick very happy with the first half, as they should be. You know, that was a chaotic situation to end it to that could have resulted in, a quote-unquote cheap goal. Yeah, there was some pushing and shoving. Who had the ball? Where was the quick restart? Did he have 5 yards? You know, the refs really should have slowed the game down there for a second and, finished the half in a, orderly fashion.
Yeah, absolutely. So at the end of the first half, we've got a tie game. Georgia Tech 4, Georgia 4. Great battle. Pretty much what we expected, back and forth. Both teams know each other well. Yeah,
I think this with the rain and everything, this is pretty much what you expect right now. And the second half, I think you're going to see the same thing. Georgia's going to keep going, keep trying to chip away at this Georgia Tech defense. And then Georgia Tech is just going to, do whatever it takes, and whoever needs to score is going to get out there and do it.
Yeah, it continue to let you guys know we have a steady rain coming down. Hoping that we're not going to have any thunderstorms move into the area, but there is a possibility. And hopefully that does not happen. Like to see this thing finish on time for everybody.
And also this at halftime, they're doing the 2013 Hall of Fame class, and I just want to congratulate Chris O'Donnell, midfielder, great, University of Florida, played from 2003 to 2005, really there in the beginning years of Florida's, birth as a program in the SELC, and he's a great guy, really happy for him.
Yeah, I'd also like to take the same moment to congratulate Tyler Coleman. Played for the University of Tennessee from 1999 to 2001. Going to be inducted here into the Hall of Fame as a defenseman. Coming also being awarded tonight is Matthew Robarge from Virginia Tech. Was a midfielder for them. Came out of the Alexandria, Virginia area. Played for Virginia Tech from 2002 to 2005. And, just as an overall contributor to the game and to the SELC, Sonny Piper will be going into the Hall of Fame just as an overall contributor. Sonny played for Georgia Tech from 90 to 93, was a referee, was an official, was a treasurer of the SELC, and then for anybody who follows the game online, he was the founder of the collegelax.us website and managed that for quite a long time. So huge contributor.
And on that note, he was the first person to ever have a poll for the MCLA as the College Lax Top 25 poll, and that was a place for people to talk about it and be heard and actually have a vote out there, and I thought helped out with the process of building the SELC and just building the MCLA as a brand.
Yeah, absolutely. So just a big thank you for all of us to these guys and what they've given back to the game, and we're very happy for them as they get inducted today into the Hall of Fame. So With that being said, we'll leave you guys for a few minutes, and we'll come right back for the beginning of the second half. So we got a tie game here, 4-4, Georgia Tech against Georgia.
And we're about to face off here. Get this second half started.
At the face-off X for Georgia, we've got Harrison Casada, and number 1, Chris Tynan, wins the face-off for Georgia Tech, and here we go. Moves the ball over to Michael Stapleton at the top of the box. He gets double. Oh, yeah. That's you've definitely going to have a high hit there. It was a great opportunity to make a body check. He just got overzealous on the high extension. That's going to be pretty clear. I believe he just kept it to the 1. 1 minute high hit. It is going to be releasable. But
good to see Stapleton's not hurt there. I mean, he did not see that guy coming. I believe it was a substitution to the box. And nowadays with the hitting, it's pretty much an extinct part of the game. You can't be coming off the top.
We've seen this consistently on Georgia Tech's man-up. Stapleton likes to push in at that top side, kind of pull the defense to him, and then look to feed those bottom 2 corners. Yeah,
I mean, it's a very balanced man-up because it doesn't matter who they skip it to. It's just really who's the open guy. But Stapleton's the trigger guy here because he'll get the pressure and then he passes it out. I'd like to see him be a little more patient.
Yeah,
to be honest. Yeah, it's still there.
Yeah, they're playing an offset 3-3. Got a shot there. Not sure if that was saved or just stopped by the defenseman. No possession.
Still in.
Yeah, still inbounds.
It's off Georgia last.
Georgia Tech gets the ball. Got a lot of pressure here. And they're going to settle back into their man up. So they've got about 15 seconds left in their man up. Nice shot. Just misses the lower right corner. Or excuse me, bottom left.
You got 10 seconds left in this. This is perfect time to run a set play, especially from X.
Yeah, 10 seconds left in the penalty.
He went over early, and they missed it.
Stapleton's up top.
He released early, and they missed it. Now they're even.
They are released. He's working his way in, and now they switch back to their even-up defense.
Okay, now let's see if they find any matchups they like. Okay, right now they have Stapleton on 22.
They've gone back to their 2-2-2 set.
Remember, he's a lefty, so he's onto his left side.
Early slide, kind of runs through it. Just misses that corner, and it's going to be Georgia ball.
Yeah, that was a pass.
Oh, it was a pass, excuse me. But Georgia's going to start short stick on the clear. What he's going to do is, Georgia Tech likes to run a zone ride.
Yep. 44 is one of the best clearing middies in the SELC. Big athlete, confident, and just knows what to do with the ball.
Nice handle there on the long pass by 26 for Georgia. Gets it back over to.
Yeah, that's Peter Diswerbriller. He's a very underrated pole in the league. A little on the smaller end, but he's got some of the quickest hips and first steps around, and he's got a motor and is always on the ball. Very underrated, but just a big part of the reason why Georgia was so successful this year is because they have just, good defenders across the board. They don't have a weak link like some teams.
Georgia's now settling into their offensive end, also showing it's like a 2-3-1. We've got an alley dodge, nice help there by number 4. And look at that. They try to feed it to the backside. Sommerfeld jumps out early, picks off the pass. Just really shows how much of a game changer that he is. Willing to take a chance when he sees that he's got an opportunity for it. Bad pass there by Stapleton, really unnecessarily. Georgia Tech lucky to get possession of the ball back here. Again, you're seeing
it's offsides by Georgia on Trainer. The extra unnecessary check.
Yeah, as Ryan just said, we had an offside on Trainer, so Georgia Tech will be up for 30 seconds, but they maintain possession. It's playing 7-on-6. Shot for the top post, and it just misses.
Yeah, that's Trey Gant there. And, that's one of the players I'd like to see on Georgia Tech really step up right now. I mean, I would like to see 6, 7, and 8 for Georgia Tech to really kind of dictate this game. Those are their best offensive players. I mean, 14, 30, and 22 can score off them, but those are the guys that I want to see, attacking toward the net. And I'm sure their teammates are looking at them too, because these are the guys, that all year have delivered for them. Yeah. And they need to deliver them for them today in the second half.
Yeah, 6, 7, and 8, and really need to include Sommerfeld in that. They really carry the load, and then they've got some great accent players that will kind of prick you.
Yeah, well, Sommerfeld's a given. He's not going anywhere.
Yeah,
that guy is dialed in. I mean, you can see just in the way he's standing, the way he's acting, he's not going anywhere. He's going to be there for that D.
All right, we're in our 32nd man up off of the offside. See Stapleton got ball. Again, looking to feed those lower corners. You can see them. You can see the bottom left is open right now, but they're aware of it. Georgia knows what Georgia Tech wants to do.
Yeah, and this
nice shot to the inside, just misses the bottom right.
So this
corner.
man down is known as having a string where the short stick defender will come up and play that top man and the crease while people pinch. And the weak spot is between the top guy who can shoot and the crease guy who can be open.
Absolutely. And if they're going to overplay that crease, that's when you're going to see those bottom corners open up. They just don't have a guy to cover it. You got a little you got a turnover by Georgia Tech. Georgia looking to clear.
Everyone should be able to get marked up right now. They're still up. Take their time subbing.
Yeah, penalty's not released yet.
They're probably not going to double. They're probably just going to settle in and just play the 6-on-6.
Just a few seconds left in the penalty, and here he's released. So we're back to even up lacrosse. Ball's in the back left corner.
Yeah, and like I said, there's some guys for Georgia Tech. There's some guys on Georgia I'd like to see start taking over. 19, 11, and 18, Doubleton, right? He's been playing well, and so is 19. Their attackmen, are having some problems with the poles, but it seems like these middies can get top side and get some low to high. Some good opportunities.
Georgia consistently a running gun team, but content there to go coming off of the man down stop to get a personnel switch. So they've got George Walker with the ball substituted on. We've got Connor Reed substituted on.
And this is Trainer against a short stick here. Stapleton, who's been out on the field for a really long time.
Yeah, I was really impressed with Stapleton last night. Really going both ways, grinding on offense, coming down, getting tough matchups on the defensive end. He's there to try to see this thing through. So both teams come out looking pretty sharp. Got Satude pushing on that alley dodge. Got a pole matchup this time. He's had a short stick several times.
It's a good breakdown there. A lot of defenders were just, slide way too aggressively there. He took the top side, nice and slow by Tuna.
George driving on the right side and takes the off stick. He's a natural lefty. A nice right-handed rip to the bottom left, or to the left hip, and a nice goal.
Yeah, that's what they need to be doing.
Yeah,
they got the shorty. He got him on the run. He's running fast. He's going overhand. He's going low and away. And it might sound really vanilla and not exciting, but that's what you need to be doing against this goalie.
Yeah. Yeah, and as you said just a minute ago, you need 18, 19 for Georgia to show up, and there you get it. They have their guys, and then they'll come out firing.
It's continuing to drizzle here in Atlanta.
Yeah, another nice face-off win by Harrison Casada. So he has really both teams strong on the face-off X, but Harrison's been strong today and particularly last night in the win over Richmond. Put a lot of pressure on Richmond just by how many possessions that they ended up with right off a face-off. 9
minutes left in the third quarter here.
Yeah, all tied up, 4-4. 9 minutes to go in the third, and a steady downpour. So these players were saturated long ago. Ball moves up to the top right. Evan Hamrick with the short stick matchup. He's attacking the diagonal. Let's see, they're in their 2-2-2 set.
Skip pass.
From 14, not a lot of pace on it. That's going to be a pretty easy save for Sommerfeld. Scrapping for the ground ball. Trentine picks it up. Sommerfeld again. That was a good shot from about 8 yards at his feet. But again, Sommerfeld is so technically sound. He gets down so quickly. He's down before the ball's there.
Yeah, both those times I felt like that was just a shot that Trent had to take. But he wasn't really fully committed. The first time his footwork was a one-step, and there. I thought he could have kept running with the stick in front of him a little more and, gave a fake or, just did something more than just shooting it low.
Yeah, Georgia's now in their man ride. Got a little crossed up there.
This is a fast break.
Yeah.
He's going to keep
confused.
That's going to stay white.
Yeah, it's going to stay white. A little miscommunication by Georgia. Weren't sure who's going to break over, and Georgia Tech stretched and able to catch them. Just missed the corner. Georgia Tech substituting. Got number 7 coming in, Radke.
Okay, so now you got Trey on on attack, And then you got, this is the line you like right now. Stapleton, Ben Mertz, who's had the hot hand of this tournament, and then Daniel Radke out there. So I'm looking for what they're going to give me right now.
Yeah, and as they've been doing, they're setting it up their possession in their open set, and now from here they'll either bump into a 2-3-1.
They're going to get Stapleton here for a slash. After he passed the ball, he got upset at number 32 for for just playing good defense. To be honest, Georgia's long stick midi has been playing great all weekend. The freshman Hanson Colby, and he didn't like the way he was playing, and so he took a slash.
There was a second flag that came in later. I don't know if we've got it's just a second official getting involved on the same penalty.
It seemed late because it's a dead ball, and the thing is, both teams were yelling at each other and being questionably out of line or whatever you want to say. But both teams yelling at each other. That ref just saw one thing.
Yeah.
It
was a 1 minute, unsportsmanlike, and it's non-releasable. They did show the non-releasable.
It's crazy to think that Georgia and Georgia Tech don't like each other.
Yeah. So on their man up, kind of early shot in the possession, just misses by George Walker and his strong hand side.
Well, he's feeling it.
Yeah, absolutely. And they move the ball over to Trent Dean.
And, I talked about Trent's shot the last few times, but he's a shooter. He believes in himself. He's going to take a shot again.
Yeah.
And it just takes one. Just takes one shot to get back on.
As Georgia continues to work these corners, Connor Reed is wide open on the crease. They find him that time. The last two times he's been open. And Sommerfeld beats him to the back line. For a big guy, he's got quick feet to get back there off the shot.
My only complaint, and this is, not even that bad, but I'd like to see him slow down in the clears a little bit.
Yeah, without a doubt, if there's been one area, I think there was 3 or 4 turnovers in the first half just on forcing the clears. That's going to be a takedown, at least a hold 30, incidental.
Yeah, that's the long stick, Colby. He's just playing tough. He's young, and there's no need to get that penalty there just because you're, 60 yards away from the net. You throw the first check, you got away with it. No need to just hold it there and make it obvious. You could have called a trip, you could have called a push, you could have called a hold.
Yeah, and there's about 30 seconds, give or take a few left in Stapleton's penalty, so I think they're going to be pretty well even up for most of this penalty. Georgia Tech may end up up for a few seconds.
They're gonna go to this open set here. They're gonna go to this open set and be content with taking it down and just get into a 6-on-6 situation.
When you're in a 5-on-5 set, it does stretch the defense that much more. So some teams. Oh, okay. So Stapleton is just released now, so they will be man up for about 25 seconds. Then they go right back into their offset 3-3.
It's a little different now because you got you got Radke in that middle part.
Yeah, you've got Radke going up top, and Stapleton's going down to the attack position. Great pursuit of the ball. Georgia comes up with it right around the face-off.
They're calling offsides.
Yeah, calling offsides. So that's going to come back to Georgia Tech.
Yeah, it's a shame, but his foot did step on the line. It was a great play, great ground ball. Would have helped out a lot for him, but he was on the line.
And with 5:45 to go in the third, we're all tied up 4-4. All penalties are released, so we're back to even up.
There's something going on with Georgia. Either they don't have an attackman out there or they're offsides.
Yeah, they could have been a delayed substitution. Refs, it's not a big deal. They get it straightened out.
I have no problem with that. No one gained an advantage there.
Exactly. So Georgia Tech is here in their looks like they're in their 2-2-2. Really like to sweep here. Not surprisingly, here he goes.
It's totally different when he gets to his strong hand and when he gets to his weak hand. His weak hand, you can see he passes, where his strong hand, he's going to dodge. Right here, I'd go to Trey Gant. I'd get a wing dodge.
Yeah, Gant, Radke. It's definitely they got their top crew out on the field. Georgia Tech's going to be happy to possess the ball here for a little bit, kind of grind down on Georgia and see if they can't steal one here and go back up 5-4.
This is another dodge I like. Big, strong.
Yeah, nice little pick. Got a short stick slide just on the outside of the corner. Probably a situation there where you just want to push the ball on through. Not a great angle.
Yeah, he could have fought a little more to get inside, and that would have helped out on his placement.
Yeah, Georgia Tech drops back in their zone ride. Not going to pressure the ball until it gets above the box. And Georgia's pretty well got it figured out. They overload the one side, and it's kind of a tic-tac-toe pass. I think Lovett's, may want to consider making a switch on that, but he's been sticking with that ride for so long. I think they're just going to continue to do what they do.
I doubt Ken Lovick switches his ride that he's had since I've been around.
Exactly.
Oh, we got a slash here on number 13 on the ride. So let's just talk about this for a second. 2 unnecessary plays. An offside when the guy was there and just took a step without thinking, and then a slash for a guy that was going to get over the midfield anyway.
Yeah, just a silly, overzealous pursuit play. Is going to put a lot of pressure on the Georgia defense, and you're really just kind of falling into what Georgia Tech wants you to do.
It's 4-4.
Yeah.
Goals at a premium. Man-up opportunities count.
Yeah, Yeah, Coach Lewandowski is going to need his attack to be solid and intelligent, not getting offsides and slashes that have no opportunity to take the ball away. Ball comes out of the scrum, pursued by Georgia Tech, pops the ball back in. Nice ground ball, and Stapleton pursues.
For
nice
this
shot.
penalty to be called, Georgia has to gain possession.
Yeah. It's
a new rule this year. It used to be once the ball is outside the box that it was over. Now you have to retain possession. So this is just Georgia Tech playing with house money right now.
Now Stapleton's matched up by number 4, Vince Woodcock. So I'm sure he's going to like this matchup. You can see the rest of Georgia Tech's kind of clearing out of the way, giving him plenty of room to move. Got an early slide and a deflection on the shot. Ball stays in. So we still the play's continuing. So we do have a flag down. 2:53 to go in the third, tied 4-4.
Here we go, Ben. Get to his left. Good save.
Yeah, nice drive by Mertz.
Again, this is all house money right here. They're playing carefree. They know nothing can go wrong here. Anything I do is the right thing.
Yep. Nice drive there. Got to help off the shot, and possession by Georgia. Now we'll get the penalties. 1 minute slash taken care of, and the man-up units will come on the field. 2:30 to go in the third quarter, all tied, 4-4.
Now, I think with just the way the last couple man-ups have gone here, you might want to start in a different set and then come back to that 3-3 at the end. Or even just have your players maybe get it through X once or twice just to kind of loosen up those creases a little bit, because we know what they want to do, but let's move these guys around a little bit. Maybe begin to rotate one time off a wheel or something.
Absolutely. And the rain has just picked up. It is, as we've been talking about, a steady downpour. Just happy there hasn't been any more lightning.
I think it's beautiful out there.
Beautiful day here in Atlanta.
Have yourselves not come down for a while, Moving it and moving it. Now, the difference here is this is a different set.
Yeah.
Because Daniel's up top here.
Yeah, cycling it around. They did a little bit, kind of a mini wheel where the top corner pulled in and they cycled on around behind. So they are trying to throw a different look.
I mean, they're pretty much throwing Stapleton on the low part, Daniel back up top, and then you're going to keep Trey in that middle spot.
Yeah, so now it's really a 1-3-2 where you're really trying to attack on the diagonals out of this set.
Yeah, at some point you're going to have four of your 6 guys on one side of the field.
So we have 14 step in. A nice shot by Stapleton. Nice save by Lumsden.
That's a great save. That is a great save.
Yeah, Georgia Tech got the look that they wanted. They were able to do a seal-off pick. Stapleton to curl up for the look, probably from about 10 yards, and Lumsden just with a nice save up top.
Oh. I think, like I said, I think the defenders of both teams are going to be more affected by this rain and their sticks than any offensive players. Nothing against defenders, but defenders are more likely to have deeper pockets that can stretch more, whereas attackmen and midfielders can fine-tune and like to have that shallow pocket, or just know their sticks a lot better than us defensemen.
Yeah. So we got 1:10 to go. They had a throwaway in Georgia's clear, so the ball's back with Georgia Tech. Now 1:02 to go, all tied, left in the third.
Yeah, it's been a completely different half, because in the first half Georgia possessed, and now Georgia Tech has held the ball.
Yeah, and Georgia Tech has decided to go back to their open set, and we'll see, do they go back to their 3-1-2 or the 2-3-1?
Yeah, this set right here is just a dictation of what time it is. They want to have the last shot.
So they're pursuing. We got 38 seconds to go.
Yeah, they're going to settle it.
Nice save by Lumsden. It was loose ball, but he's able to get control of it before it rolls across. They got 30 seconds left. So
this is more than enough time for Georgia to score.
Oh, had a
turnover.
Yep. Yeah, throwaway. Lumsden and his pole just not on the same page.
You want to quick start it here.
Yeah,
no matter what the situation is, you just want to go to the net and make pressure and cause chaos.
Yeah, 20 seconds to go. Georgia had numbers, so Georgia Tech content to take a moment. But they're going to get a push to the cage here immediately.
Yeah, short stick umbrella. he should be protecting top side.
Yeah, Radke, 10 seconds. Here he drives.
Top
Slides
side.
coming. Nice save basically off the defenseman. So he eats that up. We got 4 seconds left. You're going to see hear a whistle and a force to the crease is going to be my guess. Try to catch somebody breaking. Sure enough. And that will be the end of the third. So we are all tied 4-4. So Georgia with the lone goal of the quarter. And here we go.
And down.
Yeah, I don't have the exact stats in front of me. I'm pretty sure it was 2 to 2.5 minutes worth of penalties in that quarter on Georgia.
At least.
Yeah, two of which were really the attack, just making poor decisions. So in a close game like this, they're going to need to tighten that up this fourth quarter. That's one thing. Georgia does not need to give Georgia Tech so many man-up opportunities.
Yeah, and that just shows you, the effort is there, but is in the right direction. Because if you're getting penalties as an attackman right now, where's your head at? I know you want to do some things, but focusing on what you can do. You're not going to win the game by turning the ball over at midfield for, as an attackman. Everyone just needs to focus in on the task at hand and, just give yourself an opportunity to win. You realize that the goalie down there is playing great. You're going to need some more opportunities than just a couple to cash in.
Yeah, and great for both of these programs, kind of bad for the rest of the SELC, but there is a lot of young talent on both of these rosters, a lot of young energy. You can see that overzealousness at times, but the want-to is all over the field. Both these programs want this win badly.
Yeah, both programs, couple years since they've won. Georgia Tech in 2004.
Yeah.
And I believe Georgia in 07?
08, 09, I believe.
Yeah, 08's the last one.
Yeah, 08's the last one for Georgia. 07, 08 was their last 2-year run. Some great teams there.
Yeah, and it would be the first for Bill Lewandowski, who's a great coach in our league, and would deserve it if you got the chance.
Absolutely. Nice back check there on Stapleton. It got inside, and that was going to be tipped by Stapleton. Saved at the end line by number 14 for Georgia Tech, and both teams are going to quickly do some substitutions, get their personnel right.
Yeah, both these coaches are some of the hardest working guys in the SELC, Ken and Bill.
Ball's back up top to number 30, Ben Mertz.
Yeah, Georgia Tech, it looks like they're going to ride out with these middies.
Yeah, really neither team have you seen go past their second line. Going to kind of ride the horses that they've got here in this last quarter. Everybody knows the task at hand. So you're going to get a sweep here. They stay home. Nicely done. Mertz just off the outside of his stick. Kind of didn't get the snap through. Wide shot. It's going to start in the back left corner with Michael Stapleton.
Yeah, you're going to need some guys to just step up and take this game over if you want to win.
Stapleton's got the short stick matchup in the back corner. But Georgia Tech's going to content to be patient, eat a little more clock. Not a team that likes to go early in the possession for sure. They have pulled many a stall warning so far, a shot clock so far this spring, and won't mind to do it here either, I'm sure. A lot of pressure by the LSM. Probably not a great idea so far from the cage. His defense is able to react around him. Mertz gets his guy up in the air. Lumsden with a great save. Ball's being batted around the crease. Georgia comes up with a great ground ball, and they're off to the runs. They've got numbers. We got a 2v1. Makes the smart pass. See if they pull up a defenseman. Look at Georgia Tech's defense staying home. Oh, looky there. That bottom right defenseman, the top guy was made the right decision, didn't go, but that bottom defenseman got pulled up and found the space on the low side, and a nice goal by Georgia.
Yeah, Trentine there with a, standard transition Trentine goal. Didn't panic, went low to high and back up top. It's a great finish. Georgia Tech played it well, but just great individual effort by on number 2.
Yeah, not much Sommerfeld can do there.
Anyone shooting from a yard out, that's on your defense, not you.
Yeah, nice face-off by Georgia. I think got the 5-4 lead. 13 minutes to go. A lot of pressure by Georgia Tech off the ground ball. They ended up getting a turnover.
Yeah, I really like Georgia Tech's offense last set. They got inside and got a quality shot off that, it was a good save. But I would like to see them do the same thing, because with the weather, with the time and how the goalie's playing right now, he's playing his best ball right now. He's gotten better as the game's gone on.
Radke moves the ball up top to Silva. Got a short stick matchup. Gets to the inside. He's going to be patient. Cycles the ball back across to number 12, Colin Granger. Push the ball back behind. They are kind of in their open set. Now they're starting to send the guy into the crease in a 2-3-1. And that shot is stopped by the defenseman.
Yeah, that was completely blocked by number 14 for Georgia.
Dumbleton with the nice wheels coming out of the defensive end. Clears the ball himself, looking confident.
Dumbleton, an FSU transfer, senior here. Got some wheels on him.
Yeah, ball moves to Connor Reed, cycles it down to the attack. And the ball's going to move back behind to Dumbleton.
Let's see if Georgia can get some...
Excuse me, that is Kyle Reed back behind at X.
Yeah, freshman. Let's see if we can get, if Georgia can get some separation here to give them the biggest lead of the day.
Yeah, they're in a 3-2-1 at the moment, kind of, umbrelling the midfield. Connor Reed likes the matchup on the short stick. He's dodging, gets topside, the pole's showing. Gets a deflection off of the defense and misses the cage.
Yeah, they're getting their slides there from the adjacent X-man.
Yeah, the adjacent slide, that if they're going to do that, Georgia needs to attack and follow that slide. That would have been wide open on the crease if that attackman had followed.
The risk that you take with bringing that guy up is the backup on the shot.
Yeah.
And, just risk reward. I think Trainer's going to pick his spots of when he wants to do that.
Absolutely.
But I agree. I mean, I think if you're going to have an adjacent slide at X, you have to have that attackman follow him.
Yeah. Connor Reed with a short stick mashup, pushes it back. The weather, it can mess with your stick. That one just kind of floated on Connor and Connor Reed and over to his attackman's head. Georgia's pulled back into their man ride. Yeah, they're going to try to maybe work something around the box where the guy will run off and you'll see the other player come in deep and they catch it on the backside, and there it is. Sure enough, that Mertz misses, but able to hustle and get the ball back. Trying to turn, it's a little bit, almost a hold there, but doesn't quite snap it through. They're able to hold that off. I
like the dodge here. The slides aren't set up. Yeah,
you got a little dodge there. You got a space, push it back behind. Georgia Tech content to slow it down.
That's a great job because, Trey Gant could have gone there. Who else was that? Granger out there could have gone there, but they decided to make the extra pass and try and possess.
Yeah, not the best handle there by Trey Gant. Ball got batted away. Georgia's coming down the offensive end.
He's moving.
Yeah, he's got an angle. He's going to try to turn on the inside, able to stop the momentum and get the ball pushed back out. That's Trent Dean with the ball in the top right. Moves the ball down to Burton. Oh, excuse me, down to Kyle Reed.
These middies have got to be tired for Georgia Tech. Georgia's thinking to get some fresh legs on there, maybe start doing some dodging.
This is George Walker. Pushes the ball. He's got a short stick matchup. I'll give you guys a little.
He's having a great game. He's getting top side here.
Yeah.
Blocked
nice
by number 10, Tuna.
Yeah, ends up, looks like his foot made the save.
That ball's up in the air. 4 Bulldogs.
Yeah, great pursuit to the ball by Georgia.
Reed's open on the crease.
Yeah, the 1-2 is there. Yeah, a little overzealous on that feed there, a little early, just coming up with the ball. It's
extremely, because he had it in the beginning, and that's when he should have done it, and then when he put his stick down, he made the right decision, and then put it right back inside when everyone was guarded.
Yep. Georgia Tech kind of patient in their clear. They do it again where they'll run off on one side, and they'll send the guy off on the far end of the box, and he gets the ball. This is Mertz again.
That's a cross check.
A little cross, flag's not coming out. So
yeah, that wasn't a cross check a year ago, but with the new rules, that should be. Miscommunication.
Yeah,
that's staying in.
Yep.
That's staying in.
Not sure. Oh, they've got a 30-second delay. So that's a good turnover. They didn't get the ball in the box, so it's coming back to Georgia.
They have numbers somewhat.
Yeah, Georgia Tech's got numbers, so I think Georgia's going to be content to pull it back. One of those guys they had was their pole, so they're just going to substitute, get their personnel. Got George Walker coming in from the box.
I think Georgia's in the driving seat right now. I mean, Georgia Tech, you can see, has that sense of urgency of needing to score. Yeah. Whereas Georgia's just doing what got them here right now, which is, point of attack dodging, and then, getting to a good spot on the field and taking a great shot, low and away, low to high.
Sorry about that, Ryan. We're gonna have a 1-minute slash on number 13 off ball. There was a scrum for the ground ball. Didn't like what happened. He took a free whack at the defenseman, and they've given him, I just saw the non-releasable penalty, so it looks like unsportsmanlike for one. You know, that's again what you were talking about, the young energy of Georgia wanting it so bad. They just got to stay composed.
Yeah, you know, I didn't see it, so I can't comment on it, but anything off ball said slash.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound good to me.
Yeah, it was a perfect view of the backside ref, and he had the right call. It was an easy one to make from the angle he had.
Surprised these guys don't really get along.
Yeah, can't imagine why that would be. So they've gone back to their offset 3-3 man up again, where they're going to try to push in from the top, try to burn it through to the bottom corners. I
mean, the way this is being defended, the best look is for Trey Gann inside.
Yeah.
Now, they've been off, step down for a shot here.
Oh, just over the crossbar. It's going to be backed up by Georgia Tech.
Yeah, that's just a 1-2 step quick release.
Yeah, I think he pulled that from about 16.
The next time you want to see the same thing, but maybe just a pass inside. Now,
there's a lot of room here for him to step in.
Yeah, the problem is either the crease man earlier and the guy who's passing it haven't been on the same page. It's important for both guys to realize that he wants the ball and he needs the ball, you know?
Yeah. Radke's a little too high right now. He needs to step in and really make himself a threat.
Yeah, he's at 20.
Yeah, they're really not having to pull off. Great save by Lumsden. They kind of did a C-cut curl into the top side of the crease. They're able to find them, and great save.
And it's released right now.
And penalty's just released, so Georgia
got a shot here.
Okay, so we're now even up.
It's a good sign for Georgia.
Give you an update. We're at 6:45 left in the fourth. Georgia's up 5-4. Both teams have both timeouts remaining. Going to get a drive from up top.
He's getting to his left.
A little sweep, kind of early hedge there by the pole. Got another short stick matchup. A little, it's just tough to handle with all the rain coming down.
All the rain, the fatigue, the pressure.
Seeing a lot of
Championship
drops.
Sunday. It's all coming down.
Alexander Rowe dodges. He needs to help his teammate out, give him a better pass on that look. Okay. Nice clear by Georgia. 6 minutes to go. Georgia Tech's got numbers, so they're doing a great job of hustling back, kind of building their defense from the inside out as Georgia substitutes and gets their personnel on. We've got Evan Hamrick coming in from the box and Connor Reed. We've got a timeout by Georgia.
I was just going to say, under 6 minutes, both teams have their timeouts, a one-goal game. You're going to start seeing this game get slowed down and have the coaches get their impact on it with timeouts and just making sure that they get the right people out there to finish this game, whether it's to score a goal to tie or to extend the lead or kill the clock. You want to have the right personnel for the right situation to finish this game because you don't want to take any chances because at the end of the day, it's about who's going to have that trophy.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously for the team that's up, the clock's your friend. So I'm sure Lewandowski's reminding his guys that they want to have a nice long possession here. They don't want to necessarily slow down to the point where they lose their flow, but you don't have to necessarily go off the first whistle either.
Oh, no, yeah. I mean, you're just telling these guys, he's not telling them to slow down. He's just telling them, reiterating what they want to do and just to not do anything out of the ordinary. They've played a very well game right now to keep a good team to 4 goals, and they've worked really hard to get those 5 goals. So they don't want to do anything out of the ordinary to jeopardize what they've worked on all day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, when you start trying to be something you're not, that's when you get in trouble. And here's the other thing. All right, Georgia Tech can score goals very quickly.
Yes.
They could score 3 goals in 30 seconds, no problem. They are winning faceoffs when they need to. They got attackmen that can finish. They got poles that can bring it down. So, this game is definitely not over by any means. And, it could go to overtime too.
Yeah, absolutely. Ball starting back right. Not that surprisingly, Georgia comes out in an open set. So I'm sure they're going to cycle the ball through. Now they're kind of shifting into a 2-3-1. Kind of just a wide 3-3. Now they're into a 3-2-1. That's Connor Reed on the back left side. We've got Bexley pushing up, moves the ball. Excuse me, now it's to Bexley, my apologies. We've got Evan Hamrick looking here.
It's a dangerous pass.
Yeah, just kind of throwing it over the top. It's a little risky.
Georgia Tech's really, daring Connor right here to go.
Yeah. And he
Ooh,
just
missed.
Yeah, great angle from here. He really wanted that right pipe, just missed it. Georgia with the backup. We've got 5 minutes to go in the fourth. Georgia's up 5-4. Evan Hamrick in the top right corner.
Good topside D.
Yep, yeah, just staying real fundamental, not overstretching. Connor Reed from the top left. And a big rip to the top left corner. That's a big goal at this point in the game with 4:42 to go.
That's a great goal. I mean, he just comes off that roll, ready to shoot, and puts it high to high.
Yeah, and pulls it from about 10, so, in a range where Sommerfeld's normally going to be there, just gets a nice kind of turn back off that roll and just unleashes. Kind of tough to read for the goalie.
Yeah, when you're putting your face-off midi out there on Connor Reed, you're really just asking to get dodged on. I mean,
nice lift there by the wing for Georgia. We've got to push from behind.
Okay.
We've got to push from behind. It's going Georgia Tech.
Okay.
So we got 4:30 to go.
And get him back into one right here.
Georgia Tech pushing early, hits pipe.
Ooh.
And no possession yet.
One of those. I mean, like we said, I like the kid's game. It's definitely unorthodox sometimes, and that's one of an underhand crank.
Yeah, really, Georgia had the numbers there, but they weren't positioned real well, and Granger was able to get the inside roll and found himself in a shooting position.
Desperate times, right?
Yeah.
He's got to go. How many more looks are you going to get? And he's got the size, and no one stopped him all weekend, so I like it.
Yeah.
I would have preferred an overhand shot low and away, but
absolutely.
That's just me.
Sometimes in those early possessions, there's a lot of space if you're not in 6-on-6, and you can kind of take advantage of that. You got to just kind of know and read what the defense is doing for you. We've got George Walker substituted in. Georgia playing really stretched at the moment, content to kind of keep it on the outside. 3.5 to go.
Yeah, this is going to be an offense that is strictly, we're going to take what you give. I mean, I doubt they do anything out of the ordinary crazy-wise here. If he beats them, he's going to go in. If not, settle.
Yeah.
You're not going to see many skip passes here.
Georgia Tech, they're trying to stay fundamental. It's going to get down to about that 2.5 minute mark, and you're going to start seeing them extend a bit more pressure, trying to force the issue. And here it comes. They're happy to pursue all over the field at this point.
Yeah, you want them to dodge on you as a defender.
A lot of space there. Good help.
Now this could be a break opportunity here.
That's good. Good scrum for the ball.
I mean, Georgia Tech needs that ball there.
Huge ground ball for Georgia to maintain this possession. Kind of reset things for them. We've got 2:45 to go. Georgia up 6-4, and here we have a throwaway. I'm not seeing up there now. I'm seeing the tip call by the official, so it is going to stay with Georgia.
Yeah, he's got better eyes than I do.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's down there.
Absolutely. Figured there was a chance of that, and they got the call right. So 2 days starts with the ball.
He's going hard.
He is going hard. Ball gets deflected, never gets to the goalie. They're pushing up, and that's Mertz. He's got a break.
He's going to keep it here.
Now he pushes it down low. Big, huge goal for Georgia Tech. Mertz pushes the ball up the break, pulls the defenseman up, and I think he got it to Stapleton in the bottom left corner for the nice finish. Huge goal.
Yeah, that's just questionable offense there by Georgia. You get lucky on the tip out of bounds, and you come in and put your head down and dodge up top to, not even getting top side. You don't want to give these guys an inch. And you got blood in the water now for Georgia Tech, who, 1-goal games, that's them.
Yeah.
They've been in this all year, all weekend.
Oh, big face-off here. We've got a clear break coming down. We just said that Georgia Tech can score in an instant, and they're showing that they can turn on the offense. So with 2:10 to go in the fourth, we're at 6-5. Georgia's got the lead, looking to clear out of their defensive end.
Yeah, they probably are going to do a timeout here at some point.
Yeah, Georgia's got one timeout remaining. Georgia Tech with both. We've got a wide-open guy on the opposite side. They get the ball to him. Georgia Tech does a good job reacting, trying to get pressure back on the ball. Their zone's kind of working here for them. Georgia's just kind of running up into it, and that's what happens is you run away from your help and you end up getting trapped.
Now they'll call timeout if they get in trouble here, or a shot.
Dumbleton.
That's white ball.
Wow. Dumbleton on the shot.
And he's hurt.
Yeah, he's hurt. I think they're going to stop play here. There was contact, but nothing egregious. He was just pushing for the cage. hopefully everything's okay. He's going to need a moment.
Yeah, I took my eye off the ball, or eye off the action, and was chasing the ball there, so I didn't see what anything happened, but it didn't. Nothing crazy to me. Looks like just maybe something on the turf, or a twisted ankle, a twisted knee.
Well, as you say, both these teams want this win. He sells out getting to that 5-5 and rips the shot, and he gave up his body for it. And like you said, we hope he's okay and shake this off. It's from a coach's standpoint, certainly hope that he's okay. But you really don't want to see that shot so early in the possession when you're 140 left, and you've got the 1-goal lead. Sommerfeld got the backup there, so this ball is going to be going to Georgia Tech. Yeah, and if you're the coach and you don't like the look, call a timeout. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, sometimes these guys are they're young men, 18 to 22. He thinks he's going to score, but sometimes a goal is less important than the clock, and that's your job as the coach to recognize that. And that's number 11, Dumbleton's. He walked off the field, a little assistance, but he seems to be, he's at least alive and coherent. So we're happy to see that he was able to help himself off the field. Now for Georgia Tech, it's probably just all about clearing the ball. We've got a whistle off ball. Got official time. Going to Georgia. Oh no, excuse me. They need to reset it from the outside, I believe. And it should be 10 seconds back on the clock, but, this is all pure speculation. So we've got 1:25 to go. See, now, I wouldn't even mind the goalie to go over here. Get a timeout if you want. I mean, that's what Ken's probably going to do. Yeah, I think they're going to get this ball in. Or let him go. It's got the ball that goes down. Georgia. It's off Georgia last. Yeah, it was off Georgia on the kick. Not sure that whistle came early. Interference. Ball's going to Georgia. We've got 1:02 left in the game. Georgia with the 1-goal lead, 6-5. That's a tough call. That is tough. That was a far side official. I didn't really have a clear look at what he saw, but we're going to trust he had the right call. 50 seconds to go. Don't believe they've touched it in the box yet. Here it is. Georgia Tech's helping in on the backside as they, of course, as we said, they have to extend. George Walker wide open up top. He's got a lot of speed. You may not see him throw this ball. So there's 30 seconds to go. The double's coming as it has to. They're going to try to get a bracket set up, try to stop him from getting to the outside. They're pressuring the adjacent here, and now you're going to get the double. 20 seconds to go. George doing a good job. And here's Bills using his last timeout. So with 18.8 to go, Georgia's at the 1-goal lead. Georgia uses their final timeout to set this up. Yeah, now Georgia Tech is going to come out in some type of double with the net open, and you want to give some bait out there, maybe the farthest guy to be open, and have that guy risk that far overpass with the rain. But what has to happen for Georgia Tech to have a chance here is there has to be an errant pass. Mm-hmm. They need to get the ground ball or start fast off the sideline call or whatever it's going to be. And the attack, we need to recognize the time and realize, is it a one-pass situation where I get it and I shoot? Right. Or do we have time to execute, a natural fast break? Yeah, I think, if it doesn't happen immediately where they're able to get this turnover, they're going to have to hope that there's a drop late and they can just get kind of the chuck it down there and hope you can get a good bounce and tap and pick it up and finish it. But, Georgia Tech's got a lot of pressure on them here at this moment on the 19 or 18.8 seconds to go. Yeah, I've seen some crazy things in lacrosse, and, this is definitely not out of the ordinary for, something to go wrong for Georgia and everything to go right for Georgia Tech and end up in an overtime. Now, they're going to start with, I believe, the freshman on the ball. So that just shows you how much faith they have in it. They're locking off Dean. Yeah, you got and a lot of pressure. And he's out. And that's about as best as you can hope for. 4 seconds off, 14 seconds to go. Georgia Tech's clearing the ball up. We're down to 10, 9, 7, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's going to be ball game, folks. Yeah, congratulations to 2013 champions and SELC representative, Georgia Bulldogs. Yeah, you can see the excitement on that team. As I said, a lot of young energy, playing against their arch rival. It's been
been, I guess it's five seasons since they won the championship. So very happy for University of Georgia and Coach Lewandowski.
Yeah, just you know, all year these guys believed. I know they lost in the semis last year to FSU, and you know, early on they came out and went up to the Seminole Sunshine Cup, and you know, won that. Believed they had a good team. Had a hiccup against Clemson earlier in the year. Lost to their rival Georgia Tech. Went out west, played a tough Colorado State team, and probably became a better team because of that. And you know, had some adversity in the first night, 4 OTs. Come back, play a tough Richmond team, and wear them down. And then come out today against a team that knows them very well, are playing against an, you know, first-team All-Universe goalie. Don't quit. Come out of the rain delay, ready to play, and just played a better game near the end. You know, and that last goal by Connor Reed was something else.
Yeah, absolutely. As we said, that was a huge goal at that moment. Great time.
He's a leader. Yeah. I mean, you know, it was exactly what that team needed on every level, and he was the one to do it.
So and also, you know, congratulations to Georgia Tech on a great season. It's really unfortunate that the SELC realistically is only going to get one program into the national tournament this year. Georgia Tech represented the conference well. Was in the top 25 for most of the season, and Coach Lovick's got a great program there. He's been there for a long time, and a lot of young talent on that team. So they've been doing a great job of recruiting. They'll be back.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, I want to take, before we kind of shut things down here, I want to thank our sponsors one more time, and to thank all of the fans out there for tuning in and watching the SELC Division I Championship. Our title sponsor this weekend is Johns Creek Convention and Visitors Bureau, Lax World, Longhorn Steakhouse, Odor Eliminator, STX Lacrosse, Georgia Tech Lacrosse Camps, High Five Productions, the Overton team, Georgia chapter of U.S. Lacrosse, and Shane's Barbecue. I want to thank Doug Horn, the SELC president, for all of his leadership, and thank Coach Winters. Great calling the games with you, and you know, just happy for both the programs, particularly University of Georgia.
Yeah, it's a great day for SELC, great day for the state of Georgia, and you know, great day for the Bulldogs. You know, they deserve it. I mean, they playing the best ball of the year right now, and you know, just came out and won the thing, did what they had to do, and you know, they worked. This isn't a one-year thing either. I mean, this has been a couple years building and making steps as a program, making steps as a team, and this is what it comes to, is a championship, and this is what everyone plays for. Yeah, absolutely. Ton of fan support here, obviously for Georgia and Georgia Tech. That certainly helps the program. Excited to see what they have going. And, you know, it'll be, as we were talking about during halftime, it'll be interesting to see how the seeding goes for the national tournament. You know, it could be turned, you know, very valuable for Georgia if they do end up facing Colorado State or Colorado. They've already played them, so the you know, mystic feel of that, of playing those powerhouses is going to be gone, because, you know, Georgia's already battled them. They know what to expect. There won't be any surprises. So it'll be whatever happens, it'll be exciting to see. Yeah, you know, they're going to be the most confident 15 or 16 seed the tournament's seen in a long time. Absolutely. You know, Colorado State is not going to be the 1-2. One of them is going to have to drop after one of them loses to each other in the RMLC. But, you know, you know they think they can beat Colorado State. You know they think they can beat Colorado. They think they can play with anyone. So I wouldn't be surprised if Georgia comes out there and pulls off a first-round upset. I would not be surprised at all, because, you know, they're going to be taken lightly no matter what happens. They have no choice. No one's going to give them the respect they deserve. And that's a team that can build off that. You know, that's one of those teams that us against the world mentality. Well, you know, and it may have only been a 6-5 game, but scoring 6 goals on this Georgia Tech defense in this rainstorm is not an easy task. So they do have a very solid offense. It'll be exciting to see. With that being said, folks, thank you so much for tuning in. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, everyone. Yeah, best of luck to all the programs as they finish up around the MCLA, and look forward to an exciting national tournament here in a few weeks. See you next year. All right.
As we get started here, first for the Division I runner-up, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Representing Georgia Tech is Jeffrey DeLong and a cast of thousands. Congratulations, gentlemen, on a great season. SELC Division I runner-up. For your 2013 SELC Division I champions, the Georgia Bulldogs.
He was early. I can see why you think about it, but man, I
lost that first guy. Looks like the senior class going out there. Congratulations to the Georgia Bulldogs. And in just a minute, we'll announce the Lax World SELC All-Tournament team. Congratulations to both teams. And now, the Lax World SELC All-Tournament team for 2013 Division I. On attack, from Virginia Tech, number 12, Joseph Rittenhouse. From Georgia Tech, number 22, Christopher O'Brien. From Georgia, number 2, Trent Dean. Also from Georgia, number 10, Northview's own Mike Trainer. Welcome home, Mike. The minis on the Lax World SELC All-Tournament team from Georgia Tech, number 1, Chris Kynan. From UGA, number 19, George Walker. And from Georgia Tech, number 30, Ben Mertz. For defense, from Richmond, number 19, Sean Robbins. From Georgia Tech, number 35, David Siren. And from Georgia, number 26, Peter DeWispelaire. And now for Lax World SELC All-Tournament Team Specialist from UGA, number 16, Harrison Casada from Faceoff. Our other specialist, also from UGA, number 32, Colby Hansen. all-tournament goalkeeper. There's 2. From Georgia Tech, number 15, Matthew Summerfeld. From UGA, Northview Zone, number 40, David Lumpy Lumsden. All right, now, for the offensive MVP of the 2013 tournament, Mike Trainer from UGA and Northview. And now the defensive MVP for the tournament, from UGA, number 40,